Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group 5. Today, we will present about methods and technique for teaching for young learners. Before that, let us to introduce ourselves. My name is Anggi Yuliastuti and my partners Monica Yolanda, Vira, Suci, Azhari, and Nurhayu Ananda. Okay, the first material will be presented by me. The first, turn lessons into songs. Every English learner, but native and not familiar with at the very least on classical jingle. The ABC are what we turn to for a reminder of what later come after key. Although the middle part requires a bit more brain power, the song offer English speakers are comfortable reference point for all their alphabetical needs. Turning vocab, grammar, and dialects into catchy tunes is a fabulous method for teaching English to young learners. The advantages of using song teaching English for young learners, there are four points. The first one is the children understand their own culture better. The second, the children learn future language more efficiency. The third is the children develop cognitive flexibility. And the last, the children grow sharper memories. Meanwhile, the disadvantages of using song teaching English for young learners, there are four. The first, not all children can recite what will be delivered by their teacher. Next, song can disturb the class agent's lesson. The next, song can lose control in classroom. And the last is, song has poor vocabulary. And the next is, how to adapt your teaching strategy to students' needs. The first is, pre-teach difficult vocabulary and concepts. The next stage and the objective providing of reasons for listening. The third is teach the mental activities involved in listening, mental note-taking, and questioning and reviewing. And the next, provide study guides or worksheet, and provide script of film. And the last is provide lecture outlines. Okay, that's all for me. The next material we will present by Monica Yolanda. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Monica Yolanda. I will explain the next material. It's about the turn lesson into the literature. Mengubah atau mengkombinasikan pembelajaran dengan literature atau sastra, karya sastra. The background are structure drills make monotone teaching, and this is boring for students. This is boring activities for students. Jadi latar belakang yang pertama munculnya turn lesson into literature itu karena pembelajaran yang monoton itu akan membuat siswa bosan. Yang kedua itu ada in 1915 publishers present simply literature passage. Jadi pada tahun 1950 seorang pembuat karya sastra itu menerbitkan sebuah karya sastra yang simpel dan mudah untuk dipelajari. Pesannya itu mudah untuk diterima oleh seorang siswa. The next is teacher use literature in language teaching as an interesting and worldly concern. Jadi seorang guru menggunakan literature atau karya sastra sebagai pembelajaran karena hal ini suatu hal yang menarik dan perlu untuk diperhatikan. Okay, next we move to the definition of literature. Literature is like umbrella, a term giving information on every business. The next is literature is the use of language effectively in suitable condition. Literature is written material such as poetry, novels, essay, and etc. ESP works of imagination characterized by excellence of style and expression, as well as by themes of general or enduring interest. The next is reason for using literature as content for teaching English for young learner. There are four reasons why literature as content for teaching English for young learners. The first one is literature is a valuable authentic materials. Jadi yang pertama itu literature itu adalah suatu karya yang asli, yang autentik. Next, cultural enrichment. Jadi mengapa literature dijadikan sebagai pembelajaran? Karena untuk memperkaya budaya, untuk agar budaya itu tidak terkikis. Okay? The next is language enrichment atau memperkaya bahasa. The last one is personal involvement. Next, the criteria for suitable literary text in teaching English. The first one is student need. The second one is interest atau ketertarikan. The next, cultural background and language level. Okay, that's all for me. The next material will be explained by my partner. Thank you.
Okay, I'm Azhari. I will explain the next material about the relationship between literature learning methods with the core English language skill. For the first, literature and reading. In reading lesson, discussion begins at literal level with direct questions of fact regarding setting, characters, and plot which can be answered by specific reference to the text. And the next, literature and writing. Literature can be a powerful and motivating source for writing in English for second language or English for foreign language, both as a model and as a subject matter. And the next, literature as a model. Of course, when students' writing becomes closely similar to the original work or clearly imitates its contents, themes, organizations, or style. And also, literature as a subject matter occurs when students' writing exhibits original thinking like interpretation or analysis or creativity by reading literature. And the next, literature speaking and listening. Literature can be a powerful and motivating source for speaking and listening in teaching English for young learners. It occurs when students speaking and listening on oral reading, dramatization, improvisation, role-playing activities, or etc. Okay, the next material will be explained by my friends.
Of literature, poetry, prose, novel, plays, short stories, song, etc. And 2. Classroom practice. Introduction theory, creative activity, and producing and performing. The role of learners as an active and autonomous participant, as literature reader who creates individual meaning. The role of teacher as facilitators who guide and plan the process of literary work and analysis. And the last is an advantage of using literature. First is it provides meaningful context. It involves a profound range of vocabulary, dialogues, and prose. It appeals to imagination and enhances creativity. It develops cultural awareness. It ensures critical thinking. It is in the line communicative language teaching.